Write each of the following in term a plus bi, where a and b are rational numbers in the lowest terms. I'll start with this one. I can't do much with the imaginary number on the bottom, a bit like when I do rationalise the denominator. So I need to do something to get rid of the imaginary at the bottom. So I'm going to times it by exactly the same, just with a minus. So it's the difference of two squares. Obviously I need to do exactly the same on top, this equals 1. Let's expand it. Let's do the denominator first. So 2 times 2, that's 4. Because we've got plus and a minus, my two middle terms all cancel out, so I'm just going to ignore them. So I've got 4 times 4, which is 16. Minus 16, and the I is minus 1. And I like to do minus 1 because otherwise I just get confused. If I do the top, 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times minus 4 is minus 4i. Minus 7 times 2 is minus 14i. And minus 7 times minus 4 is positive 28 I squared, which is minus 1 again. Let's tidy this up. So my denominator, I've got minus 1 times minus 16, which is positive 16. So I've got 4 plus 16, which is 20. And let's deal with the imaginary numbers first. I've got minus 14 and a minus 4, which makes this minus 18. Right? And then here I've got the 2 and the 28. Now it's 28 and a minus set in minus 28. So it's minus 28 plus 2, which is a minus 26. Okay. Now people might be a bit confused because there's fractions here, but that's fine. So it's going to be minus 26 over 20 and minus 18 over 20i. Okay. Let's simplify these. I'm just using my calculator to simplify them. I'm a bit tired today. Minus 26 over 20. That cancels down to minus 13 over 10. And minus 18 over 20, which makes minus 9 over 10i. Okay, let's move on to the second question. Exactly the same. 3 plus 6i over 5 minus I. The same rules apply. It's got to be 5 plus I over 5 plus I. Again, the bottom, 5 times 5 is 25. Because that's the difference of two squares. I've got my middle terms, so I've got minus I times I. So I like to think of it as a 1. I times I is a minus 1. So this will eventually be positive. Let's do the numerator. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times I is 3i. 6 times 5 is 30i. And 6i times I is 6i squared. Which again I like to put as a minus 1, so I don't mess up. Let's do my denominator first. So this is positive 1, so it's over 26. Good. And then the imaginaries is 3i plus 30, which is 33i. And that 6 is now minus 6, so I've got 15 minus 6, which is 9. That's positive. Okay, so I've got 9 over 26 plus 33 over 26i. And these fractions can't cancel down, so they're fine. Right, let's do the last question. Okay, so I've got 2 plus 4i over minus 5 plus 3i. Same as before. Minus 3i over minus 5 minus 3i. Same, this is going to be 25. It's going to be a minus. 3 times 3 is 9, brackets minus 1. We'll have that from my numerator, but whatever. 2 times minus 5 is minus 10. 2 times minus 3 is minus 6i. 4 times minus 5 is minus 20. 4 times minus 3 is minus 12. And I've got I and I, so I'm going to put minus 1 there. Okay, so it's very messy. So I've got 25 plus 9, which is going to equal 34. And then let's do our numbers. I've got minus 6 and a minus 20, which is minus 26i. And that 12 times by minus 1 is a plus. So I've got plus 12 minus 10, which is a 2. Okay. If I break down, I've got 2 over 34. Minus 26 over 34i. See if I can cancel these down. I clearly can, but I want to use my calculator anyway because I like to play something safe. 2 over 34, which is 1 over 17. And 26 over 34 is going to be 13 over 17. Alright,